Yo, 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 yo. You know what it is. We are back with the one and only Burgers and Blitzes. There is no other. There is no other Burgers and Blitzes. It's the original. So we are here. Finally, Big Mike. We are here finally, Big Mike, after all the shucking and jiving and the back and forth and all that good stuff. Guess
Hemming and
what?
hawing, and at the end of the
Guess
day,
what?
at the pie.
Guess what?
What's sir? What'd they do?
They signed Dak, and let's get these likes up. We already got the hater in the house. Already hit the unlike button. They must sub to me and wait for me to go live and say I hate you.
I hope all the bad things in life happen to you and nobody else.
Oh man, I'm like, damn. Like as soon as I go live, I hate you.
I hate your guts.
I hate you. I hate you. I hate your show. I hate you. I hate everything you stand for. Unlike I hate you.
Look at you. You got internet and you're just on here talking on it.
Oh man, damn. Okay, let's get them up, man. Can we get the likes up, please? What's up, everybody in the building? Louis, the ninja been waiting, dog. He's been waiting. He got the beer. He had the food. Look, the ninja was ready. He said, I'm ready, dog. Thurston, how? What's up? Jamal Sims.
I had to go hit some cardio, burn some energy, y'all.
Yeah, man. It's that. Yeah, man. Cold Wood. Look, we bringing everybody in the building. Everybody know about the Burgers and Blitzes, man.
Yes, sir.
Look at the shirt. Look at the shirt he just got. Look at him.
Bought it on the dip, son. Apparently, Bull Zerk wants to sponsor Dak Prescott, but you can go buy this shirt in October for fucking $17. Guess what it is right now? I went there yesterday. $45. Buy the dip.
Wow.
Imagine doubting Dak Prescott. Imagine doing that.
That's crazy. That's kind of crazy right there.
No, the truck ain't fixed. You ain't gonna bring that in here. Truck's in the shop. It's gonna be all right though.
He said,
once they hey, I was having a good day. You got to bring the truck. You know what?
I knew that was your people's. When I seen Coldwood, I said that's his people's. I ain't never seen no Cold. I ain't never seen no damn Coldwood in damn feet. That's Mike's people's.
I was having a good day.
What's up, Charlie Bridges? What's up, baby? Let's get it in. Keep on getting in here. Like. Let's get in here and let's talk some football. We know the big signing. All right, yes, Mike. We have been talking about it. We've been going back and forth. I've been mad. You've been mad. You've been mad. I've been mad. We all been mad. You feel me?
Mad for like fucking 2.5 years, bud.
Been mad as shit. But it finally happened. Dak Prescott got signed. He got the deal he wanted. Right?
He what? What happened?
He got signed.
Oh, damn. They signed that. Hey, did y'all hear that? The Cowboys just signed a #1 free agent in the NFL for once. How about that?
After a while, though.
I mean, you know.
Better late than never.
People are like, oh, y'all better give Jerry and Steven credit. You know, as soon, you know what?
They've been riding my ass, Mike.
Dude,
they've been riding my ass, Mike. And you're gonna say good things about the Jones and Neil. They signed Dak Prescott. You're gonna tell the
Jones.
What?
Yes, I will give.
And
I will give Steven Jones and Jerry Jones credit as soon as I finish my TED talk about how our broke clock is actually good because it's right twice a day. They don't get credit. They don't get. They cost themselves $13 million.
Talk to me, Mike.
They could have had him. I'm old enough to remember when 31.5 was too much money. You can't give Dak that. He's only been to the playoffs twice. Oh, you can't do that. Well, then it was 35, and well, he's not worth that. He's definitely not worth that. And look at you now. Look at you now. You know what the cap hit is in about 2 years? It's $44 million. And you know what that's going to be? A fucking bargain. Because Josh Allen, Lamar Jackson, possibly Baker Mayfield, and Aaron Rodgers are going to get another deal within the next 16 months. Period. And if I had to put money on it, Dak Prescott won't even be the 4th highest paid quarterback in the NFL by the time the season starts. Because Buffalo's going to pay Josh Allen.
Yeah, they're going to pay him. Buffalo is paying Josh Allen, dog.
Yes, they're going to. And Cleveland has the money to pay Baker, and they haven't had a quarterback. I mean, we've seen the jersey. We've seen the quarterback purgatory jersey with all the names and shit stapled on it.
Right.
They're probably literally salivating at a chance to pay Baker because he's some semblance of a quarterback.
Right.
And Baltimore, regardless of my feelings about Lamar Jackson, they love him.
Right.
So, and you heard DaCosta, what was it, 2 days ago? When you go to the Rolls Royce or the Bentley dealership or the Ferrari dealership, you know what the cost is. You got to get it done. It is what it is. The cost is the cost.
Right.
Why Josh Allen, Jim? I tend to agree with you, but the fact of the matter is, they've seen this dude progress when they actually had the
better.
Ball, when they went he does have a linear progression. They had the balls to go get him a wide receiver. They have the balls to go get a defense, and look what happened. I mean, he needs Stephon Diggs. Oh, you mean a quarterback needs a reliable wide receiver? Say it ain't so.
Right.
I mean, name one that doesn't have it, and I'll show you a guy that barely makes the playoffs if he does. And if he makes the playoffs because his defense is in the top 15. And that's the deal. They're going to pay Josh Allen off of 1 year of something that Dak Prescott has done 3 years of.
Right. Let me give a shout out to my guy, X is Bold. Shout out for the $9.99 holler. I know you be bringing it in, Mike. You be bringing that money in, and I appreciate you, dog. And then my dog, the Ninja,
commission on that.
Hey, you get commission, dog. Because trust me, Burgers and Blitzes. Hey, people's like, I'm coming in for Burgers and Blitzes tonight. Like it's the show. But hey, man. The Ninja talking about, let me tell you something. I want to say one thing right quick, Mike, before you jump into some other things right quick. First of all, I don't listen to the Joneses interviews no more. I don't care what they say, what they got to say. I don't care about that. Like, I don't care anything that they got to say because they just be talking. Second of all, Baby Nuts Jones, I'm going to give them props because they signed Dak Prescott. But it's been 3 years. This is something that you were supposed to do. Like, am I supposed to clap my hands to my kids who's supposed to get good grades? How am I?
Like Chris Rock had that skit. I take care of my kids. Motherfucker, you're supposed to take care of your kids. You want to?
Like, am I supposed to give the Joneses? I'm going to give them props because we didn't have to deal with the controversy. We didn't have to deal with all the extra because the draft is coming up. We didn't have to deal with the franchise tag. I give them props for that. But I'm supposed to be giving hand claps for something that you were supposed to do. You're supposed to take care of your quarterback. You're supposed to pay him. You paid him later, and now you're paying more money that you didn't have to pay. So I'm going to give you props for doing it, but I'm not going to give you sole props. And also,
golf clap for avoiding quarterback purgatory. There's a golf clap for you.
Yeah.
When the Bills signed Josh Allen early, you'll get a fist bump because that's correct business because he has a linear line of progression that not even to the level that Dak's shown. And they're still going to sign him. And it was $31 million. You don't get you don't get credit for this, but it's just.
And that's what I'm talking about. And that's why I love you, Mike. We over here like, okay, you did it, but we ain't jumping up and down because you did something that you were supposed to do a long time ago. Mm-hmm. Now you want everybody in the media to get, look what they did. You should have been did that. Now here's my thing. Let's talk about these restructures right quick. Now, I want you to answer this as I finish this, Mike. The restructures that have happened with Tyron Smith, Zach Martin, and I don't know, I can't remember who else. But it came up to what, 17, 18 million that's available. I guess it's supposedly 20-something million, 22 million with Dak being signed because he didn't do the tag and it's more money open. Here's my thing. I'll get excited and you'll get the Grinch smile. You ain't going to get no jumped up and down because I'm not believing the hype no more, but you will get a Grinch smile if you got this money and you go out there and get aggressive and get a dog like a Dalvin Thompson from New York Giants. If you actually will and deal in there, if you actually like, let's say in that draft that you was talking about, Mike, if they got drafted a Jalen Waddle or if they drafted a Pitts and then you actually willed and dealed a Michael Gallup and were flipping and flipping burgers and doing all this stuff, then you're going to have some smiles. But I'm not getting hyped because you signed your quarterback that does something that you were supposed to do.
Yes, sir. I took myself off of mute because I knew I was going to interrupt you on some dumb shit. But so my ideal targets here, you can keep an eye on Sorensen in Kansas City because they are in serious cap trouble. And there's a good chance they're going to run with Thornhill next year instead of Sorensen. And with the money you save, just period, from just the Dak Prescott signing alone, dropping that from 37 to 22.5, you can sign Tomlinson and Sorensen. Go get you a legit free safety and a legit defensive tackle. Purely off the savings of signing your franchise quarterback. That is what we call good business. That's if and then they tack these restructures onto it. So I don't even know. Honestly, dude, I don't know how much cap space they're sitting on now. It's got to be they got to be at least fucking 40?
Yeah, because if you got the 22 from Dak, they saved up to what? Like they with the restructures came up to like 18.
Yeah,
you about damn near at 40.
Yeah, you're shit. That's $35-40 million, man. Like, do something with it. You want to get on this press conference. You want to talk about this gives us at the end of the day. Every time Todd France, we negotiated something that would help the team, he would give it to us. Help the team. Help the team. If that was a contract negotiation sticking point, help the fucking team. None of this nonsense about Jeff Heath or Xavier Woods or who the hell was that trash ass safety last year? I can't remember his terrible ass name. 23. I don't even know his name. 23.
Darian Thompson.
God, my God, what are we doing?
What I'm saying? Right.
What are we doing? Clinton Dix, Daryl Worley. No, stop. You know what happens? You know what those guys are? Those guys are when you buy like a cheap cooking product. When you buy a cheap knife, you buy a cheap skillet, you buy a cheap smoker. You know what happens? You get a little bit of use out of it. It never really does what you want it to, and you end up buying the damn thing you wanted anyways. And you know what that damn thing you wanted anyways is? Now it's more expensive because you already tried the cheap shit before it.
Exactly.
Just go for it. Your quarterback is a top 5. I don't care how you feel about him. He's top 5. My opinion, he's top 3 and a damn straight number 3. That's another conversation. The fact of the matter is you have a top 5 quarterback in the NFL with Amari Cooper, CeeDee Lamb, Michael Gallup, Blake Jarwin, in theory, Tyron Smith, La'el Collins, Zach Martin.
You still got Zeke and Tony Pollard.
Okay.
Don't do that.
Okay, but I'm not trying to act like a running back's going to change the tide of a damn franchise.
I'm not saying it's not going to change the tide, Mike, but that's a good feeling when you got those dots.
I didn't mean disrespect. I didn't mean disrespect them. It's just that I was talking about pure passing from a passing offense standpoint, which is where this league is. You have ideally the best weapons, like top 2, top 3 inside their weapons in the NFL. Fix your defense. Go get a defensive tackle. Go get a safety. Figure out something at linebacker because they're not going to pick up LVE's 5th-year option. If they do, that's on them. They shouldn't do that.
That's bad business.
That's bad business. That's bad because his 5th-year option is like I think it's like $15 million.
Man,
dude.
Don't pay this dude no 15 damn. Don't forget the 15-year option.
Like I talked about.
I'm so mad that what I'm mad about though, Mike. Though, damn Edwards went right before him. I'm so pissed that Buffalo got his ass right before him.
I wanted Ridley.
Man, damn that! I would have took Edwards.
Edwards
is an animal.
Hey, but you wouldn't have turned down Ridley either.
But you wouldn't have turned. Edwards is a dog though.
I understand that. I understand that for sure.
You love offense though.
Yeah, I do. Well, I would take. Now
you love them damn receivers. This stop.
Hey, but my receivers, when I'm right on a receiver, I'm right on a receiver.
Yeah,
I was literally screaming from the top of the mountains for Michael Thomas over Jalen Smith.
Right.
Or Miles Jack. But apparently Miles Jack had a degrading knee. He was on the downturn while Jalen Smith was on the upturn. That's a whole nother conversation.
I want to ask you something, Mike. Let me ask you something,
Mike.
Have you been looking at these defensive tackles in the draft?
No.
Okay, well, because I'm hearing a lot of people, I don't know if they really watch the tape, okay? Aleem McNeil from North Carolina State. He's about 320. He's about 6'2", 320. I mean, he's a hoss. And then there's Marvin Wilson from Florida State. He's about 315. Now he looks cut up. He looks like he's 285, but he's cut up and looking raw. He's 315 at Florida State. There's guys to me at Florida State, Mike, that play better in the pros than college. And I think that's what Marvin Wilson's going to be. I like Aleem McNeil, but I want Marvin Wilson. I think he can be a dog for this team. And they're like, well, he's a 3-tech. No, I talked to B. My guy, Brandon Tucker, is training him. He can play the 1 as well. He can flex both. He's strong enough to hold the point of attack. He's got lean and cut. Dog, if we got a Dalvin Tomlinson, this is what I said. If Baby Nuts Jones, okay, if Baby Nuts Jones actually went out there and got some nuts and got a guy like Tomlinson, and then they drafted a guy like Marvin Wilson, and then let's say you got a safety like you were talking about with Sorensen. Now,
that's simply 3 acquisitions. People want to talk about how this team's so far away. The reason I was listing the offense off like that, because what matters in the NFL? Offense. If you have a top 15 defense, like middle of the ground defense, like you don't have to be
Mike, don't say that though, because you can have a good offense and a really good defense. Yes, you can, because that makes you perennial every year in and year out.
Your good offense makes your defense good if they're opportunistic. The difference is you have to have playmakers that know how to go and get the ball. They can blitz on third down. Those opportunistic plays, just like the Saints when they won the Super Bowl. That was not your typical what you would want from a defense, but they were opportunistic. What happened when they got to the playoffs? That secondary started snatching balls from everybody. And Drew Brees still had a laser cannon, which is what you got in Dak, and you had a prolific offense. Like, I know that we really need to do a lot with the defense and defensive tackles. Yes, I do want to draft one, but nothing you draft, absolutely nothing you draft this year is going to make a high impact on this defense. I hear history,
you,
dude.
I hear you, but I'm telling you, just my opinion. If you get a Marvin Wilson on this team, I think he will come in and contribute early.
No, that's fantastic. I would love, I'm not saying that he wouldn't contribute, but he's not going to be a Tomlinson. That's what I'm saying.
I got you.
Like, if you say you draft Surtain, awesome. He's not going to play like, Gilmore. It's just not. I'm throwing a name out there just because everybody. You just draft a corner, throw him out there with Diggs. Rookie corners struggle
bad. Look at this last year's props.
Okuda had a 77% completion. 77% completion percentage last year. He got his ass chewed. Ass whooped. Absolutely ass.
He was the can't miss. Who's who?
And Diggs was arguably the best corner in the draft.
He got ate up too.
But you know what he did? That dude was on an island versus Murderer's Row.
He's a fighter. He's not scared either. That's what I love about him.
Look at the receivers that dude faced coming out as a rookie.
Right.
CJ Henderson got his ass ate up. He got no. Man.
CJ was balling though. I like CJ Henderson because he was fighting over there in Jacksonville.
Oh, he was the only person that was, and Miles Jack was whatever they was doing. Like that team's something else. But that's a whole other conversation.
I like Henderson though.
I would like to, I don't know if they would do it. I know I floated it out a couple of. It's kind of a Madden trade, if you will. I would like to see if we couldn't get Okuda. I would like to see if we couldn't get what. I gotta look. I gotta look at the Giants roster because
you want a young corner, don't you?
I'm still trying to trade Gallup. And
me too.
I know Jason Garrett loves him some Michael Gallup.
Oh man, who could we get if we traded Gallup to the Giants?
I don't think it's. I don't catch me out here lying because Tomlinson's a straight up free agent, right?
Right. Yeah, he's a straight up free agent.
So I wasn't going to put that dumb shit out there.
Right.
Man, I don't know. I don't know who else they have. Dexter Lawrence.
Ooh, they wouldn't give up Dexter Lawrence though. I don't know if they. But see, here's the thing:
who's Daniel Jones throwing to, bud?
I feel you. Dexter Lawrence
Slayton?
is nice. I would love a Dexter Lawrence.
Dexter Lawrence was my pick.
So let's say
my pick cat in the draft.
What if you got a Dexter Lawrence and then you got a Gallup and they still kept Tomlinson? Would you feel good?
I'm gonna address it. Hey, Steve. The reason I'm trying to trade Gallup for an actual player this year, I'm not trying to trade him for a pick. I'm not trying to trade him for some nonsense. I'm trying to trade him for an actual player because they are going to lose Michael Gallup next year. He's going to get anywhere between $12 and $15 million. And even if they would pay that, you should not pay that. You should not pay a number 2 wide receiver. So I'm trying to get value this year for that player that we're going to lose for a 2023 comp pick. I'm COO of the Gallup Hive. I had a top.
Right, we love Gallup.
For people that don't know that, I had a top 50 grade on Michael Gallup. He was one of my favorite wide receivers in the draft. But they're going to lose him. And if you can get a player this year that helps your defense instead of a comp pick literally 2 years from now, why not do it? That's all. Yeah. See, it's not that I hate him at all. People get that confused. I freaking love Michael Gallup, but
it's a business.
I'm team building, man. You're not paying your number 2 wide receiver. You're not going to do it.
And it's a business, Mike.
That's the reason they didn't restructure Coop, because CD is going to be that dude.
I said that. Me and Skywalker had a show and said he's already a number 1.
Did you see that? Coop. Did you see that pic I posted when he had that ape don't kill ape tattoo? That dude's put on. I'll retweet it if you haven't seen it. That dude put on 7 to 10 pounds of clean weight. Like, he came in here and he was 185 with a sandwich in his pocket, but he was the quintessential receiver of the guy that plays above his weight.
And he's different.
He's that guy. He's wire. Different. I said, I had a tweet. He's that wire. He's that wiry guy that squats 400 pounds who would knock the damn fire out of you.
Right. He's the wiry strong. Like, we seen him take hits and get right back up. Like, I ain't even feeling that. He's wiry strong.
Get up, wipe his nose. First down. I'll find that. I can't find it right now, but I'll find it when we get done here. I'll retweet it. He's
because
definitely.
You said something, Mike, though, right quick. There ain't a lot of CD Lambs out there.
No,
there ain't a lot of Amari Coopers out there.
No.
But as much as I love Michael Gallup, there are a lot of Michael Gallups out there.
Yes, there are. He's Juju Smith. He's Adam Thielen. He's Mike Evans. He's these number 2 wide receivers that I know people feel a certain type of way about Mike Evans, but Godwin's their one. You don't pay that guy. He's not Keenan Allen. He's not honestly, he's kind of, I don't know, man. I feel bad about saying about Michael Thomas, because Michael Thomas might be a product of Drew Brees, but he's kind of a little bit of Michael Thomas where he's not exactly that dude.
Michael Thomas. Here's the thing. I'm gonna keep it real. I'm out here in Ohio. I saw Michael Thomas when he was out of Ohio State. When he got drafted,
he was a beast. But
I'm gonna keep it. I promise you on God. When I watched Michael Thomas and when he got drafted, and they're saying,
yes, I did. I called Mike Evans a number 2. I never was a Mike Evans fan because he can't stay healthy and he only runs go routes. That's
right.
Yes,
but Michael Thomas, I'm telling you, I'm like, damn, everybody's on him, but I don't think he's.
No, he's. And I don't know. I don't know if that's because Drew. It could be a product of Breeze. I would like to see him with a. I would love to see them start Winston last year instead of Taysom Hill and see what the hell that would have done.
Right.
So open him up a little bit. See if he can get downfield instead of having 100 plus catches from the damn slot every single year. So anyway, you don't pay Michael Gallup. Oh, Lost you, bud. Nope.
You know?
There we go.
There we go. All right, cool. My bad about that.
You're
But
good?
hey, dog, it is what it is with Gallup.
Yeah.
Can y'all hear me now?
I got you.
Let me know if y'all can hear me. Let me know if they can hear me.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I hear you perfectly.
All right, cool.
They can hear me. Okay, yeah. We're good. So I hear some people talking in there. I think your boy jumped in there and he asked you about Pitt. What you feel about Pitt at 10? Because he's the big talk.
If you're going to play him strictly at tight end, I think it's a dumb idea because you don't draft tight ends, period, whatsoever. But I don't think he's a tight end. That dude's a baller. I don't hate it at all, and that ties back into the that comment that Steven had during the press conference. You know, at the end of the day, you have to be flexible in the draft, or you don't get CD Lamb.
Right.
That in my opinion, is one of the most future thinking, positive things I've heard Stephen Jones say in his entire speaking existence.
Right.
So from that moment on, I was like, okay, so is Pitts and Waddle in play here? You know, that's that type of thing. Because
well, I'll know something, Mike, if I see them get a Pitts or Waddle and they really go out there and do something with Gallup. Then I'm like, okay, yeah, they okay, it's different now. It got to be a little different if they jump out there and do some stuff like that. Because guess what, Mike? We know this team is straight on emotion. Oh, we love Gallup, we love him, and ain't nothing wrong with that. But dog, this is a business, and you can't love players because players get shunned in and out. You're only going to have a few players that you're going to play 2 or 3 contracts to, and that's it. The rest of them going to be here and gone. And that's just the way it is, dog. That's just the way it is. And people can't get mad and frustrated about it.
So
now
go ahead. Here's the reality of it. If Michael Gallup goes down in training camp, do you think it cost you a game?
No. You're going to be like, we got CD.
That's at the
you're
end
not
of
gonna you're going to be like, damn, but you're going to be like, we got CD.
At the end of the day, you know, that's what it is. So if Tyron Smith goes down, another question. You know.
So would you take Slater or would you? My guy threw in there Sewell, Space Cowboy. What's up with you, baby? He threw Sewell if he dropped, or even Slater. Would you be cool with either one of those at 10?
It's fart noises because it's such a boring pick, but I don't hate it.
You can't hate it.
But the issue is, here's what'll happen. Because as a lifelong Cowboys fan, here's what will happen. If they draft one of those tackles at 10, both of our tackles will play 16 games.
Right. You ain't never lied about that, dog. For the first time in 4 years, gonna be healthy. When they really say he's healthy, he's gonna be healthy as shit because he's gonna see that replacement sitting right there on his ass.
And if they play 16, which means they're gonna play at least 17 or 18 or maybe even 19. That's what's gonna happen. That's gonna happen. If
dog,
you don't
it's gonna happen. You know it's gonna happen.
Fucking Tyron Smith goes down week 3, and you're like, why didn't you draft a damn tackle? Y'all should have known better.
But everybody's geeked up because Slater done benched like 8,000 pounds on the damn video. Everybody geeked up. I mean, I like Slater. You feel me?
Oh, that was that was a 450-pound front squat, bud. That was big buddy business. That's
big buddy business, but you still got to be able to still get him with them feet and shit. I mean, that was super big buddy business. I ain't mad at that. You feel me? I'm not mad at that at all.
He about shoved that strength and conditioning coach into a fucking different county.
I'm gonna keep it real. There's no pick I'm gonna really be mad at. Like at 10, you can do anything you want. I'm talking about when you get to that second, third, and fourth round. That's when you need to really rack up and get them dogs.
Just don't take Micah Parsons. Please. Outside of that, there's really nothing for me to be like. I'll like if they draft a tackle, I'll be like Lieutenant. You remember Lieutenant Dan? They was having a New Year's party, and there were streamers and shit going everywhere, and he was just sitting there smoking a cigarette, and confetti was falling on his head. It's like, hey, Happy New Year! Yeah, that's awesome. that's awesome. But the tackles are both great prospects. The wide receivers are great prospects. I don't really. My issue with the corners is Surtain. I know my boy Joey Ikes really loves Surtain because he loves the bloodline and that shit. But Surtain's going to have the same issues that he has down the field. Cheeto's faster, but he's less technically sound. Surtain's slower. He's more technically sound. What's going to happen, the end result is he's just close enough to count the dimples on the ball as it gets caught. That's the deal. And then you got the opt-out guy in Farley, and you got J.C. Horn, the wild card. And there's some whispers coming out about Farley. All these mock drafts, like Benjamin Albright's been talking about it. Apparently, people got Farley way too high, which means there's something there.
Okay, see, this is what I want to say about Farley, and I mentioned this when I did a video on him. And when Dalton was, I think Dalton and Connor Lysay was we were all talking about cornerbacks, and I said this about Farley. To me, he's the ultimate boom or bust because he has all those measurables. He has the speed, he has the size, he has all that. But with all that, I feel like he could be total bust.
Yeah, hey Jay, it's not the injury history. It's not that. It's something.
No, it's not the injury history.
It's something else. And with if we had got the combine, we probably would have figured this stuff out. But unfortunately, you're dealing with, and that's another thing, man. The Cowboys have done that I know of, like 2, maybe 3 player interviews for the draft. Which is crazy, that for a front office that has had problems, this is one of the leakiest front offices in the NFL. I mean, I don't know if people remember this. Let's jog your memory back to almost this exact day last year. That Jalen Hurts interview dropped. It was a virtual video, and that was like 3 to 4 days after they put the franchise tag on Dak. That propaganda machine was rolling. But we have nothing this year. The only reports we have of even interviews was from like some random Twitter accounts, or like I think one of them was an agent of one of the players, and I don't even remember their names. But
I think they talked to Elijah Molden, what I heard, and to your point in saying that, the Cowboys are always out there. Oh, we talked to this person. We always talk to that person. And I'm like, damn, they ain't talked to nobody. Are they keeping it super hush? And just like you said, it's always in all publications that the Cowboys talk to this player. Now it's like from secondhand, like, oh, they talked to Elijah Molden, and they even am pumping it up. They're like, oh, they talked to him, and that's it.
Yeah, we had the videos. Literally there was team produced videos of the pre-draft interviews, and that was happening this time last year.
Mm-hmm. What up, Young?
I don't know if I'm reading too much into that. Are they thinking about trading that pick? Are they not interested in the draft at all because of the uncertainty in it? Because this team hates uncertainty, and there's a hell of a lot of uncertainty in this draft. Right. Even in those offensive tackles. I mean, which are some of the surest picks you could probably have there at 10. There's a lot of uncertainty, and this team hates that. I don't know, man. It's kind of weird, especially at this 10th pick, because I really don't know where they're going to go. No, me either. Are they gonna bail completely out of day one? So the interviews don't even matter. I don't know, man. There's usually from a team that has for the last 5-6 years, we've pretty much known who their first round pick's going to be. By this time, the CeeDee Lamb thing fell into us, but we knew it was going to be Chase on Murray or Terrell. That's right. We knew that little cluster.
Mm-hmm.
We knew LVE. We knew Taco. We even knew Tristan Hill, and he was the damn 58th pick.
Right.
We knew, and we don't know anything right now at all.
I know, and that's what's crazy. I'm cool with that. I think Rue Glock, my dog. What's up, Rue? He says he's like, I don't know what's going on. I'm kind of cool with that. I mean, I'm kind of cool with it too because we always are showing our hand. And
well,
right now,
it's not just that; it was a bad process. With like we need an under tackle, we need a long arm edge rusher. That's how you get Taco Charlton. That's how you get Tristan Hill. We don't hear any of these whispers about we need a tight end, we need an under tackle, we need this, we need that. No, you hear there's literally, and I know I'm just a dude with a Twitter account, but I do know a few people. There's nothing. There's absolutely nothing right now that would give you any inclination as to what they're trying to do at the top.
Exactly. We don't have a clue.
No. And it's March. The draft's in like 9 weeks?
Yeah.
Something like that. And it for like right around the first of May.
It's the end of April, so we got 7 weeks maybe.
And there was people printing LVE jerseys by this time already.
Mm-hmm. And I knew LV was going to draft it. We were talking about the videos. I mean, you knew because they were talking about linebacker. We need defensive tackle. Here, it could be offensive tackle. It could be a tight end. It could be a receiver. It could be a D tackle. I mean, it could be a corner.
Which ties back to that comment from Stephen Jones, is you have to be, at the end of the day, you have to be flexible or you don't get CD Lamb. So maybe, I don't know, maybe they're just
is Baby Nuts Jones really going to go out there in free agency? Do you think, is Baby Nuts Jones really going to get some nuts this year?
Catboy, I have no faith in him whatsoever, but
because he's patting his ass. I know he's patting himself on the shoulder about this damn deal. I know he is.
No, he hated this deal. You seen him in the press conference, dude? That dude was here in Vietnam.
I didn't watch that shit. I don't watch that dumb shit, dog.
That dude had a 9-mile stare. He was hearing forces in the background. He was just counting them commas. Oh no, my cat space. Oh no, the pause. He just oh no. He was zoned out.
If you're telling me that, then I don't have no happiness in going in free agency then.
But why'd they restructure these deals?
Exactly. So that's what I'm saying. If you restructure these damn deals and then don't do something, you didn't have to. You better go out there and get some dogs.
Yes. Because they did not. They were, for the record, everybody in the chat right now, they were under the cap once they signed Dak Prescott. They were under the cap. They did not have to restructure those deals whatsoever. So why did you do that unless you're going to make a move? If you don't make a move, then you put money on your credit card for no fucking reason.
Right.
I
totally agree with that.
Just to put some cap space back in your pillow so Catboy can sleep good at night. Now, miss me with that, son. Miss me with that. Go get me an actual defensive tackle. Go get me an actual free safety. And I'm not, I talked about this the other day. I got a harebrained theory for you here, bud.
Talk to me.
I'm not against, I know they won't do it, but if they did, if they moved on from 54, I'm moving fucking Dono to Will linebacker. I know he's a little light in the ass. But he can cover better than 54. You would save $7 million this year. I'm trying to figure out something to make that work, because they can't be the quarterback of your defense next year. He can't. And I'm not trying to rag on the guy.
It's just
you can't. I know I rag on him a lot, but he had the green dot by default because nobody else could stay healthy. You got to figure out something there. I don't care if you got to move a day 3 pick for a linebacker. Trade for Miles Jack if you want to. I don't give a shit. Move the 3 for Miles Jack. Just cut Jalen Smith. Use that $7 million to eat the contract from Miles Jack and bring him on. At least he can cover. At least he understands. And when I say he can cover, he's still like a 65% completion guy. It's not like he's ideal, but at least he can somewhat cover.
Right.
KJ Wright's washed. He's like KJ Wright's older than the damn Titanic,
and his body is old as shit.
And ain't he the one that hurt Romo, or was that fucking Clint Averill? I can't remember.
That was KJ Wright, I think.
Yeah, so fuck KJ Wright. He ain't gone.
But I'm tired of these washed up guys. Like, I don't want to talk about no KJ Wright. He's done.
I'm tired of these retreads. I'm tired of
these retreads and the washed up. Somebody 32 years old. No, I don't want that shit.
Quit going and buying a motor from the junkyard and trying to fucking change the top end out of it and get another couple 100 miles out of it. No, buy a damn crate motor and put a damn 500 horsepower crate motor in this defense, and let's fucking make something happen, because none of this shit has been working for the last 30 years. None of this shit's been working. Figure it out. The last time this team won was in the early 90s, when, you know what they did? They went and got Deion Sanders. They went and got Charles Haley. They went and got Ken Norton. They went and got damn it, I'm forgetting the other name. Doesn't matter. The fact of the matter is they went and got players to put them over. You draft for talent, you buy need. Period. That's how the NFL works. And that's until they figure that out again, nothing will change. You have to buy need. Period.
And like you said, what's the hell? Why would you didn't have to restructure those guys, especially Tyron Smith. You really didn't have to restructure him.
Which,
you feel me?
Maybe I'm reading too much into that with the optimistic outlook this team generally has, but with that guy coming off of surgery and everything like that, why would you do that unless you felt good about his future?
That's what I was saying, because I was like, why would you restructure him?
This is also coming from the same team that gave a 34-year-old Romo a $108 million contract right off of a quote-unquote cyst surgery. So, maybe they don't make the best decisions.
Well, maybe that's that love involved too.
Cole has a point there too. He could retire, if they ran down the road for the TV money and he's going to retire, which would make his cap hit less, and you end up picking a tackle, that would make this whole thing make sense.
It could.
Now, because
keep an eye on that.
Because that TV deal, that cap in 2024, 2025, this cap's
gonna be crazy.
$250 million. It's gonna be $250 million.
Yeah, it's gonna be crazy.
250. Period. It will be $250 million in 2025. So if they're gonna kick that can down the road, so that guy could retire, I don't know what that would make, what his cap hit would make this year.
But I'm saying, his cap hit coming up now is not bad at all.
I thought it was like 13.
It's not bad at all. Like, I think he has one more year and it's nothing.
But if they restructured that deal, it's going to drop it from 13 to how much money? That's what I haven't looked at it. So
it's going to make it drop significantly, isn't it?
It should. I mean, can somebody in the chat pull that up?
Somebody in the chat pull that up.
What Tyron Smith's new contract is? I believe he was around $13 to $14 million this year. Tyron Smith, what his restructure do on his contract? How much money did that free up? Because I don't fuck with contracts, man. That shit's witchcraft. I embarrass myself every time I go there. Because
the restructures?
Just the way they can move money around and
that's
fake
crazy.
Money.
It's crazy. It's like fake money.
I'm embarrassed because I'm dyslexic as it is. I just embarrass myself. I stick with player evaluation. So
Joseph says $6 million.
They save 6 or his cap is 6. So if his cap is 6, they save 6.
It says freed up about 6, I believe.
So that's
what Studious 94 says.
There's your nose tackle.
And here's the thing. Here's the thing, Mike. the Giants already franchise tagged Leonard Williams. So if they franchise tagged him, that's gonna say, Thomason, you're the odd man out.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So go get him.
Yeah,
and it's in your division. Stick it to him.
And I will tell you right now, send that damn number two. Send that 2 and that Michael Gallup to New York and get Dexter Lawrence out of there.
I'm cool with that too. Get greedy, get grimy up in there. You feel me? You feel me, Mike? Get grimy. Get some nuts.
If you're gonna run, if you're gonna run Jalen Smith back out there, if you're gonna run LVE back out there, if you're gonna run whatever jobber LB that comes back in for LVE, you're gonna have to have some fat nasties in the middle that can actually play.
Right.
They went and got Dontari Poe, and that dude was getting yeeted 5 yards off the back of the line. That he was playing like he was 173 pounds. He was like a Cole Beasley nose tackle.
But he didn't even. But you know what? He was throwing me off when he was already talking about. And I'm not, with the kneeling and all that other shit. And I'm like, bro, we need you to come in and be that dog in the middle. All that stuff is cool. But it was like his mind was on that other shit, and he was big as hell. And it wasn't like Poe was just like this dominant stuffer in the middle his whole career. He was more of a pass rushing D tackle. He was never a run stuffing guy to me.
He just
keeping it real.
When you, like I said, when you
7.3 against the cap this year, the Ninja with the 5
7.3, that's fantastic. So his cap, I believe his cap hit was around 13 to 14 prior to that. I know it wasn't over 15 because people were crying about
bad at all.
They were crying about 13 being too much. I'm like, Tyron Smith, let's get one thing clear. Tyron Smith at 13 games a year is better than 22 other left tackles at 16 games a year.
Right.
That's period. And I've been wanting to move on for him. I've been guilty of that, but
I'm still guilty of it.
Now you're at the point where you're not going to get the value back that's worth trading him. Exactly. So the restructure makes sense. Mm-hmm. And if he does, like that retirement has kind of been floated. That actually kind of has been floated, but the guy loves football, and maybe he's feeling better. But what scares me,
I think he just squeezes one more year out, if that.
What scares me is, sure, he's feeling better, and I kind of take the Brian Broaddus lane on this. Of he always feels better until he starts getting hit. He starts getting hit. That's. And then things change. So I'm really worried about, if I'm going to be brutally honest here, I'm worried about him retiring in, late August, early September.
Well, that's why I wouldn't be mad if Sewell dropped or Slater. It's the boring pick, and we're all not. Oh my God! It's not the exciting pick, but it's okay.
If you pick that tackle, Tyron Smith plays another 3 years. I swear to God,
that would be crazy. That would be crazy. I'm not believing that though. I'm not going to believe it. I'm just not going to believe that. But that's what's probably going to happen. That's going to happen. They're going to be like, we really said he was the best shape in his life. Y'all didn't believe us. He really is in the best shape of his life. Like really. I don't trust it though, Mike. I just don't.
I don't either. But I know this team, man.
Right. It's weird like that. Yep. I totally agree with that, especially with the Tyron Smith. He ain't never healthy. Then all of a sudden you draft a tackle at 10, and you're 10. Like, oh, we got our guy, and he
plays another 36 damn games
and dominates. Not just plays, dominates. Not just plays, dominates. You're like, what we gonna do with this pick? He's just sitting on the bench. He can't get off the bench.
Trading for a third round pick in 2 years.
And then that's when, as soon as you trade him, Tyron gonna break down.
So defeated, I ripped my damn headphones.
You feel me? As soon as you trade him, and like, okay, Tyron playing, and then next thing you know, Tyron gonna break the next game. Dog, that's what happens to Dallas Cowboys.
We're fucking cursed, bud.
We're cursed. We are cursed.
I'm telling you, we're cursed.
I think we are.
They have to put Jimmy Johnson in the Hall of Fame to fix this.
They gotta either put him in that ring of honor. They have to.
Yes.
If they put him in the ring of honor, the curse will be lifted. The
it
voodoo will
fix
be
the
gone.
curse.
The voodoo will be gone.
Yes, they have to write the curse.
And that's what's crazy. Jerry, just do it.
Yeah. No,
is that pride that strong?
Jerry,
that's
I
wild.
guarantee if Jerry wins a Super Bowl, Jimmy Johnson will be in the Ring of Honor within like 6 weeks.
You're right, because he's gonna say I did it, and then it ain't gonna bother him because he'll be like, I got one without you. It's kind of like the Kobe Bryant thing.
I could do it. I told you I could do it.
It's Kobe Bryant. Kobe, when Shaq left, Kobe was like, I want to show everybody I can win a championship without you. That's what it is.
27 years. 27 years.
He is going to put them in. But until then, he's going to know because he's going to say, I don't want to give you that credit.
Yeah. No. If they don't win a Super Bowl for Jerry Giles, the only way he's getting in is if Steven does it.
Yeah, you're right.
Period.
Because you ain't going to do it.
That's how petty those two dudes are. Those dudes, though, like Jimmy Johnson's not innocent in this.
Oh, he's hella petty. Jimmy's hella petty.
Jimmy Johnson caused the whole shit at that drunken night when they were at the damn Cowboy Club. When Jerry Jones tried to come up and give a toast, and Jimmy Johnson told him to fucking kick rocks.
I mean, wouldn't you though?
I mean, it's your boss.
Hey, you're right. He got a little big for his britches. You know, he was like, I'm Jimmy Johnson. He's like, I'm Jerry Jones.
Yeah. I'm Jerry.
That's what it came down to.
Yeah.
You Jimmy Johnson, but I'm Jerry Jones.
It's Jerry Jones. It's Jerry said in that Dak press conference. You know, everybody told me how idiot I was when I bought this franchise and I ended up owning the Dallas Cowboys. How about that?
Right.
that's the ego on that man. That's so. Hey, you want to get into the Romo stuff? Or?
Yeah, man. That's what I was waiting for because you said you had some nuggets. I'm going to sit here and just listen. Talk.
Okay, so there's this perception. Let's say so. There's a perception in 2016 of what happened with this franchise and how the takeover, all that shit went down. So Romo wasn't practicing. Got hurt in preseason trying to outrun. Once again, we went over this earlier. KJ Wright, which was arguably one of the dumbest plays we've ever seen.
Mm-hmm.
And then Dak takes his first snaps. The team instantly gravitates towards him because as much as a baller as Romo was, he's Ian Kinsler. He's not a leader. He's a really good ball player. He is not a leader. He never was. And not everybody can. Not everybody can. And he was forced into that role by being the quarterback of the Cowboys. And it broke him in 2011. And then he saw his team that he thought he had taken away in 2016. He went to Jason Garrett, tried to get some consolation, tried to ask to compete for his job. Jason Garrett told him that wasn't going to be possible. And that's where their relationship fractured. That was in right before week 1, like a couple of days before kickoff. From that point on, Jason Garrett and Tony Romo, who were best friends, only communicated through Post-it notes, sticky notes on each other's desk or locker. That's how they communicated. They didn't even speak. Because that's how petty the Romo got about this. Romo did absolutely fucking nothing to help Dak Prescott. Nothing. And I don't know. I know this myth still gets perpetuated out on Twitter every once in a while. Nothing. He did absolutely nothing. That was Mark Sanchez. It was Mark Sanchez. That's who that was. The Sanchez.
That's wild. Then, well, I mean, so he was giving him the Brett Favre, Aaron Rodgers type shit.
Yes. It was literally, and guess who Romo's idol is?
Brett Favre.
Grew up. I mean, that is what it is. And not that I don't really blame him. I'm not trying to, help this guy take my job when he's already taken my team, and I already see how the team's pulling away from me. And then we had the narrative of, every incompletion, every game where Dak didn't have 300 yards, it was, they're going to, they might be going back to Romo. They're going to go back to Romo. And then Jerry, Dak comes out there and has a stinker. Jerry Jones questions him publicly. You know what happened? The team got closer to Dak. They pulled around him, and the team galvanized. Then they went out there and beat the ever-loving fuck out of the Steelers.
Yeah, that was that shit.
That game right there. 2 days later, Romo's in the locker room trying to get the team to come over to his house for dinner. Half the team didn't even know where this dude lived.
Really?
90% of them never even been to his house. The only people that ever been to his house, Jason Witten, Miles Austin, and obviously Jason Garrett.
Yeah.
He had that dinner. Nobody showed up. Jason Witten showed up, the people, Sean Lee, Jason Witten, those people.
Yeah.
That Tuesday, we got the impromptu, not scheduled with the team. Romo subverted the team and did the football as a meritocracy presser. That's how that went down. That entire
so basically, once he felt he lost the team, he's like, I'm done.
He finally invited people over to his house.
It was too late.
It's too late.
It's too late now. See, and that's kind of big how you say that you try to be the leader with everybody now when you saw it was going, when you should have been doing it the whole time you were there. And I'm not disrespecting,
but it's not you. That's not you, and that's who that is. That's
right.
That's it.
Some people just ain't it.
Yeah,
some people could just be really. Listen, Mike, I coached for 15 years, right? Youth football. Some kids that I had on my team were just naturally better than other players, right? And you always it would naturally happen, Mike, where he was so good, you would naturally want to anoint him the leader because he's just so damn good, right?
But it ain't for him.
But there were some players where it was like, I don't care. This guy may not be as good as him, but the team rallies around him. So I'm going to put him in that position. And it's no diss to the top guy. He don't want to do that. He just wants to play ball and be a dog. You feel me? He don't want that. And when people would look to him, he would just be quiet.
That's why I make the Ian Kinzer reference, because it's a local one for most Dallas folk. Like, I know it's a baseball thing, but I don't maybe even Jay Cutler ain't the right word, because that wasn't it. But he just wants to play ball, and he's not the leader, and he can ball his ass off, but it's just not for him.
And when I talked to plenty of past players, and this is no disrespect, they all said the same thing. Dak took over the locker room from day one.
From his first snap, from when Kellen Moore got his foot stepped on at camp, and Jamil Showers was hurt, and he came in there and took reps of the first team offense, that was his team. From that, literally, that very first training camp practice, that was his team. Where it got to the point where they had that meeting, the council meeting, before the Steelers game, and Jason Witten, Des Bryant, and Jason Garrett chose, essentially, it sounds bad, but essentially chose Dak.
Really?
Yes. Because Jason Witten, for all his faults, and because he's a bad leader too. I mean, I know there's a bunch of shit.
Good leader. He ain't no good leader.
there's a bunch of shit about him being, this, that, and the other. That dude stepped on many heads.
Yes, he did.
He knew the vibe of the team, for better or for worse. And that's what it was. And there's this myth that, Romo could have came back and, maybe won the Super Bowl that year, which is hilarious because the last 3 games he started in, he got hurt and missed significant time. But
I'm gonna keep it real, Mike. And this is no disrespect on Romo. I promise you, because I loved him as a player. I never thought we were going to go to the Super Bowl with Romo.
No, I
never thought
that dude could be the only reason you were in the game and the only reason you lost it.
Exactly. And I just feel like he had that not really like the choke gene, but I just felt like at the moment, them big moments, I felt like
it is cringe. It's cringe and it's cliche and everything it is, but you've never once, I know I haven't. I have never once in my life felt like the moment was too big for Dak Prescott.
What up, C?
I
never felt it either.
I know he got the yips after getting his fucking brains beat in Atlanta. I know that he didn't drive the rest of that season because he was still seeing spots when he turned his head. I know that. And he still played football.
And didn't say a word.
Didn't say a damn word. Showed up every damn game. I know the last time he missed time was 2013 when he missed 2 games for an elbow sprain. I know the dude's a damn warrior, and I know this team would literally run through the gates of hell for him.
Yep, I totally agree. That's why you had to bring him back.
You had to. If you took Dak Prescott out of this team, you might as well put an estate sale in the front yard and sell the damn walls out of the place and start back over because it's done. It's absolutely done. You saw it. You saw it last year. You saw it October 11th when that man went down and got carted off the field crying.
Mm-hmm.
You saw what happened to this team. It ripped their heart out Indiana Jones style.
But you know what pisses me off about this though, Mike, is that BS crap is, the haters as soon as he gets signed, he better win the Super Bowl now. He got his money. Man, shut up.
Okay,
so shut that shit up. Yeah, talk about that though.
I had a tweet about that earlier today. I say, the pressure's on Dak now that he's signed that contract. Hey, y'all know what terminal velocity is? Because that man's been at it from his first fucking snap in the NFL. Being publicly questioned by his own owner and his own GM and the media. Every single little pass he made. Are they going to bring back Romo? Is they going to bring, are they going to ride the hot hand? Is he this? Is he that? Mississippi State, took Mississippi State to number 1 in the nation. The only other person that got drafted from that team? Chris Jones. What's Chris Jones play? Defense. That's the only person that got drafted from that team. Number 1 in the nation. Doubted. Pick 135. Doubted. Jacoby Brissett went before him. Doubted. 2016. Doubted. 2017. Doubted. 2018. Doubted. 2019. Doubted. Gets paid. Doubted. What's fucking changed? Still doubted. The only difference is the commas.
That's it. You
Act
feel
like
me?
There's more pressure. He's been at terminal velocity for fucking 20 years.
Exactly.
The man's mom died while he was in college. Took his team to number 1 in the nation. Doubt this man.
And was balling and was going ridiculous after his brother committed suicide.
I would bet on the sun not coming up tomorrow before I'd bet against Dak Prescott. Period. I don't know what else you want him to do. I really don't. Number 1 efficient offense in the NFL. Plus 113-point differential, still eating that quarterback. The only team that's went plus anything, plus 100, the last team that went plus 100 anything, they went plus 119. That was the 2009 Chargers, and they went 97. I don't know what else you want him to do. If he hasn't proved it to you, he's not going to prove it to you because there's something fucking broken in your brain, and you can't fix that. I can't, lead a horse to water and drink gasoline.
And he's going to be even better, Mike.
He's 27 years old.
He's going to be even better.
What do they say? When's the quarterback peak years? 30, early 30s?
Right. He ain't even touched peak.
Every single year. Okay, 2016, he couldn't throw outside the numbers. 2017, he threw outside the numbers. 2017, he couldn't throw down the seam. 2018, he throws down the seam. 2019, he can't throw it. Has trouble on the deep post. What he do on 2019 was the best damn deep post quarterback in the NFL by a large fucking margin. A large margin. A linear progression through his career. Better numbers than Russell Wilson in his fourth year on a worse team with arguably worse weapons. Worse offensive line. Still got it done. But they want to call him an 8-8 quarterback. I can't. And you know what? If Dak Prescott is an 8-8 quarterback, Deshaun Watson's a fucking 4-12 quarterback.
And everybody, you know what's so funny about him, Mike? He keeps getting a pass.
A hall pass.
He keeps getting a pass. And I ain't hating on Watson, but why does he keep getting a pass?
The only thing that changed.
He ain't got the weapons.
The only
weapons offensive line, he'd be able to do it.
They traded his wide receiver 6 months before he signed that contract. He hid from the team. Phone didn't work. Couldn't get a hold of him. They called with that contract. Guess what happened?
Phone work.
But now you want to hold. Now you hate it there. Guess what happened? The only difference that changed in there and there is you went 4-12, bud. They still the same poverty fucking franchise they was 5 years ago. Poverty franchise will be 5 years from now and 5 months from now. Nothing changed. The only thing that changed is you went 4-12.
Because he wouldn't been saying that shit if they went 12-4.
No. So if y'all want to talk about Dak being an 8-8 quarterback,
Dak would have said that.
Bull, they'd have burned his goddamn house down. You can't imagine Dak signs his contract, starts 0-4 like Deshaun Watson did,
and then cries and says, "I want out."
Son, like they would burn his fucking house down. Tell me I'm lying. Pitchforks and the whole shit, like a Simpsons episode.
Yeah, you ain't lied about that.
And poor Deshaun. This dude's getting on Twitter and putting up breakup lyrics like he's 13 years old, just lost his first girlfriend. Come miss me with that. And he's a leader. He's just a winner. Come on. Miss me. No. That dog don't hunt, dude. That dog don't hunt.
I mean, you preaching, dog. You feel me? You preaching real shit because Dak wouldn't be doing nothing like that. Dak don't even be on Twitter.
Yeah. No.
And
he don't.
Dak don't even be on Twitter.
I can tell you this right now. Dak Prescott does not run his Twitter. You know why? Because he's smart. Dak Prescott doesn't run his Twitter. He doesn't. Neither does Tom Brady while I'm here, but whatever.
I love it.
Oh, yeah, he won a championship in college. I heard Gavin Dawson literally scream at Jeff Kavanaugh about that. He won a championship in college with 15 NFL players on that roster. That's how many players got drafted from that team. 15. Won an NCAA championship. Like that means some shit in college. Man, take that shit outside. Maybe the squirrels will care. I fucking don't. Not even a little bit. You know who else won a national championship? Tim fucking Tebow.
Vince Young won a national championship.
Uh-huh. Mm-hmm. What'd he do? Got drunk as hell.
And Texas is my squad. My squad.
Passed out in the damn HOV lane. How you pass out in the HOV lane, man? You was You was leaning.
He really said Deshaun Watson won a college championship, man. He used that one.
Yes, he literally screamed. He literally screamed. He said he won a national championship, and Jeff was like, "In college." He didn't know what to do. He just his hands was up like Ricky Bobby. He was just
like Gavin, like why do you hate so bad, bro?
He keeps going on about, I'm not trying. He keeps saying Dak's bad on third down. Man, Dak's been one of the best fucking quarterbacks for his entire fucking career on third down. He was number 4 efficiency his rookie year, the year that they imposed their will, and all he had to do was bust drive and went 13-3 because that Zeke and the offensive line. That man had to convert double-digit long distance third downs per game. Go look the shit up. Game Pass is $100 a year. That'll make you a smarter person. You don't need Game Pass. You can go to fucking Sharp site and pull up the box score. That shit's free, and you can see how many third downs that man converted. He had 1,134 yards on first down with a 7.7 yard per completion for a 56% success rate. As a rookie, with a washed up Dez Bryant and a gimped up fucking Jason Witten and whatever the hell Cole Beasley was. Come on now.
I love it because it just makes me feel so much better about. I mean, you know what? It just makes me feel good because all the stuff that you're saying is true. But the thing that keeps resonating in my heart, Mike, is just the leadership. Just like you said, he don't run his Twitter account. He's smart. Everything he does is calculated and smart. Like, you're not going to catch me up on anything. Like, he's smart
Cole.
man.
I know Cole was Cole. I'm sorry. I wasn't trying to disparage Cole Beasley. I was on my damn soapbox. Cole Beasley had a damn good year. But
Cole Beasley, let's stop it though. Okay, I'm not, no disrespect on Cole. I promise you.
He's a slot receiver.
Dog. He's a slot receiver, dog. He wasn't nobody they were putting like Amari Cooper and putting 2 people over top of him and saying, let's stop Cole Beasley all goddamn game. Let's don't do that.
You seen that in 2018 before they got Amari. He was bracketed up. You seen what the hell happened.
It was over.
Seen that. It was done.
Once he was bracketed, it was no more catches for Cole Beasley. It was no more catches for Cole, dog. We all know it. Once they bracketed Cole, it was over. Man, Cole is scrappy as fuck, but let's keep it real. When Cole Beasley was our number 1, are we feeling good about that?
No, sir. No, wide receiver by committee.
When Cole Beasley was our number 1 receiver?
Wide receiver by committee, and then the fans stopped showing up, and Stephen Jones like,
Amari Cooper,
Dad. them numbers ain't looking good.
They're not coming to the games, Pops. We got to make a trade now.
Dez was. He was a 50% completion guy by the time Romo got.
He wasn't that guy anymore. I mean, and there's no hate on Dez. I mean, look at his career since the Cowboys have let him go. They let him rush.
They let him rush back. That's that 5th metatarsal. It's the same thing that killed AJ Green's career. It's the same thing to put Julio Jones on ice, and it's the same thing. By the way, mark this down. It's the same thing that's going to fuck up Deebo Samuel's career because they let him rush back from that 5th metatarsal, and it's going to ruin his career. That is something you do not play with. And not only did Dez not rehab right, Dez actually hid from the rehab. They couldn't find him. They were calling him shit. He would miss appointments, and then they let him rush back, and we've seen what happened.
Broke it right back in.
Yeah,
and then it was just never the same.
Yeah, never the same. That is because it's so easy to re-break. It's like a damn toothpick in the bottom of your foot. Mm-hmm. And once that thing snaps, they just kind of tape it back together. And if you don't do everything you can to strengthen the tendons around that, bam.
Well, I'll tell you what. This is all I got to say. I'm not I give y'all Joneses that y'all did it before certain things, but as we talked about in the very beginning, Baby Nuts Jones, you still got to show me more. You got to you if you did these restructures like we both talked about, Mike. You already have money to be able to spend, but you did restructures that you did not have to do. If you did these
Didn't
damn
have to touch them.
restructures, you did not have to do these. So if you did these damn restructures, you mother suckers better be hot and heavy in this free agency. Jerry Jones better say, I'm getting old as hell. I don't got time for this waiting. We got to go all in and do this shit. And you better influence Baby Nuts Jones to go out there and get us a D tackle for real. Go out there and get us a free safety for real. And then guess what? You got them picks in the draft. You go hard and get them right type of people. And then you get this defense because I'm tired of this bend, don't break shit. I'm tired of this middle level defense. You can really build this defense up right now because you got a base. It's not like you don't got players right now in that defense. All you got to do is sprinkle in a few more players and then go hard in it because that's going to make you a perennial team year in and year out when you have a good offense and a good defense. When you have just a great offense and then you have to put all that fucking pressure on Dak Prescott and the offense to score 50 fucking points and play perfect every damn game, that's not a winning formula. You need to build this damn defense up and help your franchise quarterback because when I looked at Peyton Manning, when he played with the Broncos and they played the Seahawks, they had an all-world offense and they got their ass kicked. What happened next year? They went out and got a defense.
Yep. And
they went out and got DeMarcus Ware. They said, we need a defense. And what happened? They went right back to the Super Bowl, and that defense won it.
And that's when Peyton Manning was actually washed. I think he had like 170 yards per game in that postseason. The only time the Colts won the Super Bowl when Peyton Manning was in Indianapolis is when they got a healthy Bob Sanders. What does Bob Sanders play?
Safety.
The defense rest its case.
Explain that tweak. My guy wants to ask you that. Didn't you say explain that calcium tweak?
Oh. So allegedly when they went into Dak's ankle the first time, they found some calcium buildup that he's been playing with from old injuries and never rehabbing right and being a football player and everything like that. And they wasn't going to cut it back open. And allegedly, he may have rehabbed a little too hard. And allegedly, they decided to go back in and do it because they had to possibly go back in there anyways. And allegedly, the ankle's a lot better than it should have been in the first place.
Where do you hear that they were working out too damn hard?
I can't tell you that.
That's a beautiful thing when you hear about that you're working out too hard.
Dak Prescott doesn't have a dimmer. He doesn't have a dial. He has a light switch. It's on or off. That's it. And he is his own worst enemy. And protecting him from himself is a full-time job. Allegedly. Everybody's going to war with him, dog, and we all know it. And this man is just 10 times better. I'm just so happy he got his money because I'm just saying we're going to see even a better Dak Prescott, Mike, because he's the type of guy that's not going to sit there and rest on his laurels. He's the type of guy that he's going to say, thank you for paying me what I feel like I deserve, and now you're going to get even a better Dak Prescott than you had before. Just listen to his press conference, how he was basically taking over the press conference like he did. I think he letting everybody know. Now I got you know what it was, Mike? It's kind of like, you confident, but now you finally got your money. Now you let your nuts really hang. It was like, yeah, I got my money. Now I'm going to talk to y'all how I really want. This is my squad. This is my team. I know most of the people in here heard the presser, but in case you didn't, there was a question asked that said, hey, Dak, now that you're signed, do you think that y'all have the best it was addressed to, he goes, hey, Jerry and Steven, do you now that you have Dak Prescott signed, do you think you have the best team in the NFC East? And Dak goes, yes. Cut him off. He goes, it's okay. I answered it for him. We do.
I mean, how can you not love that dog? Let's get this. I mean, I told you I still got my doubts with all this shit, and I'm not doing cartwheels. I'm not falling for the cheese. I'm not getting for the hype. I still need to see a whole lot more. but this is a tiny starting point. But let me see what you're going to do in free agency, because this ain't really a starting point for me. This is something that you should have done. But I'll say you better late than never. But get your ass in that free agency and get a dog or two. Then I'm going to open my eyes up. But until then, if you're still talking about a Gerald McCoy and some shit like that, or bringing about a Xavier Woods, or re-signing a motherfucker like that, and you don't cut an Anthony Brown and Will and deal, then I ain't getting excited, Mike.
Here's my viewpoint on it, and I know that fans don't want to hear this because he ain't won the Super Bowl, and he ain't this, and he ain't that. And the fact of the matter is, I can handle losing because I know this team kind of loses. Is what they do. Most teams lose. There's only one team that wins the Super Bowl, and unfortunately, like one quarterback has won, the majority of them the last 20 years. I can handle losing. I can't handle losing with bad quarterback play. I know that if we had elite quarterback play, we have a puncher's chance. And at least I get to lose by watching a goddamn good quarterback throw that ball around. I don't want to lose out there with DiNucci or Cooper Rush or Andy Dalton or Matt Castle or Testaverde or Hutchinson or Henson or Carter or freaking Kellen Moore or John Kitna or any of those quarterback purgatory dudes. No, man. The fact of the matter is you have Dak Prescott and you're going to get high-level quarterback play. Will they win the Super Bowl with Dak? I mean, if we're going to be realistic, man, the chances are like, less than 10%. That's just how the league works. Unfortunately, like Peyton Manning couldn't beat Tom Brady for the longest time.
Man, we all know how long Peyton Manning choked in this motherfucking league. That's what be pissing me off. That motherfucker choked. That motherfucker choked for a long fucking time. John Elway, I love John Elway, but John Elway was choking for a long fucking time until he got that motherfucking running game. They built other things. Then they won. It's not just no damn quarterback, dog. The quarterback, you got to have that quarterback, but you got to have too many other elements on that motherfucking team to make it good. And when I hear these motherfuckers talking that dumb shit, Mike, saying, oh, you got your money, ain't no excuses now, shut the F up. Because guess what? Rodgers been in the league how long? And he's got one. How long Breeze been in there? He got one. Wilson been in the league how long? He got one. Y'all motherfuckers act like they going there every year. It was Brady and playing in a weak-ass fucking division that just now started getting good when he left.
Yeah. Yeah.
The fuck? Excuse my language.
Hey, yeah, Rue, if Dak Prescott never wins the Super Bowl, he'll be a fucking loser just like Dan Marino, because that's how that works, right? Because that's how that works.
And let's keep it all the way real, Mike. When we saw those Brady teams, they had some good fucking defenses back then. Richard Seymour, Lawyer Lamoy. They had dogs.
If anybody has free time tonight, you can sign up. You can go to Football Outsiders. You can get a free account. It lasts 7 days. They have tracked defensive and special teams and offensive DVOA for that matter, but specifically defensive special teams DVOA since 1983. There has not been a team that's won the Super Bowl in that period by having a defense nor special teams outside of the top 12. Period. Hasn't happened. Russell Wilson, the elite Hall of Fame quarterback, this pedestal they put him on, he's very good. The fact of the matter is, the minute that defense fell out of the top 12, they get bounced in the divisional round. You know who bounced them? Dak Prescott. Dak Prescott bounced his ass in 2018. Bounced his ass. You have to have a team around. I don't give a shit who the quarterback is. We just watched it. with Mahomes. Arguably the great, like the baby goat, that dude's done stuff on the field that you didn't even think was possible. He was playing outside of his fucking skull that game. Didn't have a fucking chance. Nobody would catch the ball. His defense couldn't stop shit, and his tackles were hurt. What happened? Got absolutely mollywopped.
Got his ass kicked.
And he played outside of his, you see people, Mahomes choked in the Super Bowl. Fuck you. He did not choke in the Super Bowl. That dude played his ass off, but he didn't have a chance.
I mean, and it's real. And let's think about this. I mean, Brady, as good as he is, did he go to some Jaguars or some whack ass team? Hell no. He went to a stacked squad with a good ass defense. That's what he did.
And despite popular narratives on Brady went to another team and won a Super Bowl, Brady was the reason that team didn't win the damn Super Bowl last year. In 2019, he was the reason. He was playing awful. Oh, absolutely awful last year. It was awful. Then he comes out and has a damn good year in Tampa Bay. He played as like, I'm not trying to take that away from him, but he didn't get it going until week 8. But you know what?
But here's the thing, though, too. They hooked him up, though.
Yes,
that's what I'm saying. They hooked him up. They said, "Oh, we're getting Tom Brady. Let's get this player. Let's go out and get this player. Let's sign this player." That's what they did. They said it can't.
GM.
Right.
That GM had one foot out the door, man. He was Jason Light was gone. He was fired. He had nothing else to lose. So he went and got Tom Brady and said, "What do you need? You want me to separate the M&Ms for you? You want the green separate from the reds? What do you want? Whatever you need on your rider, dude. Let's see if we can make this happen because I'm gone anyways." And ended up winning the damn Super Bowl.
I mean, it's just real. And I just don't want to hear this narrative that, oh, Dak got his money. That just shows me a hater. Oh, I'm happy for Dak that he got his money. But you ain't happy, motherfucker. You ain't happy. You just want more shit to talk about and giving a motherfucking excuse when, okay, because guess what? I looked at Romo's record from 09 to 06, the 2016. He's under 500 against 500 teams as well. What, you know what I'm saying? So I just stop this bullshit. Like Dak got to be the Superman sucker out here now just because he got this contract. That's that BS. That's that BS, bro.
The Super Bowl became the bar for Dak when they paid Romo off 3 straight 8-8 seasons.
3 straight 8-8 seasons, and dog, I think he was like 34 and 38 against 500 teams in his career, and they paid him.
You know, once again, Football Outsiders. Fact check this me on if you want. Romo had top 15 defenses in those years, and
he did. Yes, he did.
Went 8-8.
They always talking that bullshit. Oh, he ain't never had no defense. Yes, he has.
Dak Prescott has never had a top 15 defense. He had
he had the players that Romo had.
He had 10 games. He had 10 games of decent defense in 2018?
2018.
And then Crawford went down and everything fell to shit because that's how weak they were at defensive tackle. And then Woods got hurt in the playoffs and they kept trying to run the ball. They kept trying to run the ball. They kept trying to run the ball when Dak Prescott was playing his fucking ass off. Go pull up the EPA for that game. He dusted Jared Goff. Like literally 2.5 times his EPA per play. But Dak choked in the playoffs. No, sir. No, sir. No, sir. Not around here. Not around here.
No. Like I said, you got to get and when you just mentioned those, dog, when we talked about 20, what was it, 2007, when we should have went to a Super Bowl, when we had all that defense? Imagine if Dak had a defense like that.
Mm-hmm.
He ain't had nothing like that. And we jump up and down like 2018, like it was the godsend best defense ever in Dallas, and it was okay. It wasn't dominant. It was good.
What chaps my ass is 2014. They act about like people want to act like that Dez catch, non-catch, catch thing was the thing that kept us from winning the Super Bowl.
Oh, Aaron Rodgers had 4 minutes and fucking 4 seconds in that game.
And that
he was
defense
with a fucked up calf.
That defense was garbage.
It just had turnovers. That's it.
Garbage. That defense was statistically like they were like literally, I think they were 28th in DVOA. They just had some crazy ass turnover variable. They
had like 40 turnovers. They were getting turnovers left and right. That's what kept them in the game. But also, it was the offense was so damn good it kept the defense off the field. I mean, Dez set a record. Murray set records. Roma had one of his
wants to run the football. Jason Garrett wants to run the football in the playoffs.
So, I mean, I don't want to hear all that stuff. And let's be honest. Even if everybody was saying that was our year to get to the Super Bowl, not with that defense.
2016 was your year to get to the Super Bowl. And Jason Garrett fucked that one up too.
Lord.
2016 was your year. 2016 is the best team this team has had in my like. You want to go back to 2000, like what? Maybe 2006, 2000. I don't. No, I
It
don't.
wasn't better than 2007.
No, I don't know,
2009
man.
was pretty good.
Yeah, but 2016, you got 16 games of healthy Sean Lee, and that dude was playing outside his fucking skull.
Yeah. Yeah, he was. He was playing. And you had a out of this world Zeke.
Yeah.
That rookie Zeke was nasty.
Well, because he still had juice.
Rookie Zeke was nasty.
And you had Doug Free that people wanted to cut when he could have been starting left tackle and like 25 other teams.
Yeah, Doug Free, he's annoying. I'm sorry.
Doug, 2016, in my opinion, 2016 is the best chance this team has had in this century.
So where does the Cowboys go over here before we get off here, Mike? Where do you think the trajectory is right now with Dak Prescott signed, money open and available? What do you really feel in your heart is going to happen? What do you feel in your heart is really going to happen? Or even some inside stuff, if you want to throw out some stuff.
I don't have anything as far as roster moves because they've actually been really, really,
quiet
really,
shit.
really, really
I'm
quiet.
cool with that.
Like I was talking about,
I'm cool.
I'm cool. Okay, so my little dog park birdie, like we've been talking for years, and we just kind of talk. Like we don't talk football. You know what I mean? Like everything's been kind of clamped down.
I'm cool with that though, Mike.
So, and what gives me a little bit of hope is, they talk about how they let Marinelli have his way with the top of the draft. And that's why we got, Zeke and that, and the other. But,
right.
That press conference, they talk about Dan Quinn's going to have some say in the draft. Well, Dan Quinn has always drafted defensive tackles and safeties.
Yep.
So maybe, and, Atlanta's not going to retain KZ.
Mm-hmm.
So maybe there's an option there. And the way they were talking, if it could be lip service. It really could be lip service because this team has given us nothing but lip service. But there was a different vibe in that presser where I kind of feels like they maybe want to hit the throttle, and we'll know within the next 4 weeks at the most. How they're going to do this.
Mm-hmm. So I feel like it's going to tell us.
Well, exactly. Go get a Tomlinson, go get a KZ, go get a Sorensen. Go get an actual fucking football player, not Tristan Hill, not Charles Tapper, or we think this guy's got traits, not Xavier. No, go get an actual proven NFL
animals.
Has had Josh Johnson's being released from the Rams. Go see what's up with that.
Leave no stone unturned. Basically, what you're saying is what I'm leave no stone unturned.
Why restructure those? If they restructure those contracts,
just to fuck off,
just to put that cap space back in Catboy's pillow so he can sleep better because his pillow's too deflated, then then we're going back in as standard procedure.
Mm-hmm.
But if they decide to make some moves, there's a title shift in this team.
Hell no, I don't want no damn Malcolm Butler.
Fuck no, I'd rather have a damn butter sandwich. I'd rather have a peanut butter sandwich with a Kraft single on it.
He is trash. Hell no. And that's what I'm saying. We always get us, and I'm not saying you can't, but as soon as a big name or somebody, because we always associate with Dallas, hell no, dog. Like I said, I don't want no retreads. I don't want no old ass players. I don't want no retreads that we go in free agency and get a 34, 30. No, I don't want no shit like that. I want a 26, 27 dog. We got the money, dog.
Jim, McCarthy wasn't at the presser because he was with his family because his daughters had spring break that week. And the presser, the contract itself, allegedly Dak Prescott didn't even know he was going to be signed that morning. So really? Allegedly. So that's why he wasn't there.
Yeah, I ain't really trying to go out there, and some people say I ain't trying to go out there and spend no money on no damn linebacker like that. We need to spend money on that damn defensive tackle and look at a safety and then draft them guys.
Yeah,
But for real, if you get that dog defensive tackle in that free agency, I'm telling you, man, I don't care what nobody say. A lot of people been talking, McNeil, get this cat Marvin Wilson. Go look at him, Mike. Go look at
I
Marvin
will.
Wilson from Florida State, 6'3". He's about 6'2", 6'3". He's about 315 now. Super trim. My dog is training him. He is what we want. Now they said he was inconsistent his 2020 season, but he had a leg injury. But go look at his tape, dog. You know how you look at some players in college and you're like, okay, his game is just fit
You're
for the
welcome, Jim.
pros. You feel me? His
Yeah,
game is fit for the pros, Mike. He would be a nasty addition for us. I'm telling you.
I would.
Trust me on
Hey,
this one.
if you're hype on it, I'll go check him out. But I actually go check him out when we're done here because I actually have
Yes.
some of that. I actually have
Go
some
look
of that.
him up and then hit me back later and say, what do you what
I
okay.
got some of that 22 in my Google Drive, so I'll go check it
Yes.
out.
Yeah, go check him out. But hey, dog, I appreciate you, man. I know it was a good night tonight. You know why, Mike? Because you stayed on here the whole time. You didn't get mad. You didn't just say fuck it, bye, see you later. I'm out of here. I said,
I can't
damn,
help, man.
I said it's a good night. Mike stayed on the whole time and he ain't say bye.
This poverty ass franchise fucking draws me off sides, man.
Hey, but I appreciate you, man. This was an awesome Burgers and Blitzes. Y'all better get on this motherfucking Burgers and Blitzes on Thursday, man. This should be the hype, dog. But let them know where they can find you because a lot of people start following you on that Twitter game, dog. So let them know your Twitter handle.
So it's at, you can see it right there. Oh, I'll point at it. It's underneath my screen. It's at Not to Be Trite. You can find me there on the twitters.com. And I'm actually going to get my podcast up off the ground. I've been holding off on it because I wasn't going to do it just to get it up running.
Don't you been forgetting about Burgers and Blitzes?
No, not at all. Not at all. But I wasn't going
to
to do that podcast just to shut it back down when they didn't sign Dak Prescott because I was done with this fucking team. So just me. I was gonna put that legwork in to get that shit off the ground. Just
make sure everybody in the feed and let him know. He get that podcast up and rolling. Burgers and Blitzes is still going down every motherfucking Thursday. Don't you be moving away from this because this is right here. This is fire right here all time.
Yes, sir. Y'all have a good night. I got a calzone downstairs. I just got the Grubhub notification. I'm about to go get my munch on. Y'all have a great night. Thank you.
I appreciate you, dog. Love you, man. Appreciate it.
Later, bro.
All right, man. You know how it is, Mike White, man. That's my dog. Like I said, you know what I'm saying. Get that podcast open because he was already telling me he was going to do this podcast with another guy I know named I don't know if he was going to do it with him specifically, but I know another guy in the loop with the Dallas Cowboys that he was going to do it with. But yeah, throw them fire emojis, man. Hella, Mike brings it. I love him, man. We got to always keep that Burgers and Blitzes. Like I told him, you get your podcast up and rolling, bro. But Thursday night, you better keep this day for this mother-sucking day because this is where it's at. I love when we do our Burgers and Blitzes, man, bringing the heat all the time. Appreciate you, Special K. Throw them fire emojis, man, before I get up off here. I'm on fumes right now. I did like 10 hours, got up early in the morning, got straight here. Burgers and Blitzes, man, fire emojis all day. Mike brings that. I love it because he's so raw, and I'm not saying I'm raw. I am raw, but you got two raw people just bringing it. It's just always good shit, man, and he got that inside information. So always a good show with Burgers and Blitzes. Phenomenal. Loved it. Appreciate everybody. Throw them damn fire emojis all day. Young Wilson, baby. I don't know if you got my tweet, dog. Me and Boothang looking about August. We trying to find out when's the best time to get down there, July or August. Kind of let us know. Hit me on my inbox, man, on that because we trying to get down to Honolulu, Hawaii, whatever. July, August. That's the time we're looking at. So please get in my inbox, dog, so we can make that happen. Because for real, we are definitely going to be in Hawaii, July, August. We're doing a show with Young Wilson. And you know what? I wanted to do this years ago with Mama T. I just wanted to, do road trips and then run up on people and become in your state and just bring the camera and the microphone and holler at you. And then we just do a live show. I want to do that so bad, but I work so damn much and got obligations. But I really want to figure that out, man. I just want to be able to go to the. I've always traveled ever since I was young. I'm a military baby, so I was born in Alamogordo. Real quick before I get off here, I was born in Alamogordo, New Mexico. I lived in Alamogordo, New Mexico for like my first few years, and then I went to Alaska, Anchorage, Alaska. Right after that, and then I've been all overseas. You know what I'm saying? I've been all over the country, all over the country, all overseas. Um, and then I used to fly with the airlines. And when I flew with the airlines, TWA before they are no longer. I was traveling everywhere. You know what I'm saying? I went states, overseas, everywhere. You feel me? And I was young when I did that, so I've seen a lot of things a lot of people haven't. But I always want, now I got in this media thing, man. I meet all these interesting people on the live feeds and shit, and it's dope. So it's like I want to take road trips and be able to just go to a state and be like, hey, who's out here? I'm out here right now. Jump in this feed, jump on the show. I want to be able to eventually do that. So it's probably not going to be now, but that's the goal in the future, man. Just pull up. You know what I'm saying? We just ride and pull up. Big Game James pulling up in, South Carolina. Big Game James pulling up in North Carolina. Big Game James pulling up in my home state, Texas, Pennsylvania. Just pulling up and see where y'all at. Like, where you at? I'm live. Get over here. Come to the restaurant. You feel me? That's going to be dope. And I have the mind to do it, but that shit costs money. So I'm eventually put that plan in motion. It probably won't be soon, but I'm eventually do that. I don't know when and how, but that's in my brain. Just pull up, and I want to just pull up on people, all my peoples that's out there that fucks with Big Game James and Silver and Blue Nation. I just want to come out to your town and pull up. You know what I'm saying? And then we just jump on this show and let's go live. That's how I want to do it. I think that shit will be hot. I think that shit will be exciting. I would love it because I love to travel. So that's just a thought in my brain. I don't know how I'm gonna do it, but I'm definitely gonna do it. I don't know how, but I'm definitely gonna do it. You know what I'm saying? I'm already gonna be pulling up. I'm gonna be pulling up back home next month. So I'm gonna be in Texas April 15th, 16th, 17th, and 18th. You know what I'm saying? I'm pulling up back in my hometown. So yeah, it's already going down. I'm gonna holler at my boy, Best for Business, Walt Chisholm. I'm gonna be on his show when I get down there. And I'm gonna be pulling up. You know what I'm saying? All my peoples, I'm probably holler at Law. Me and Law might do a show. You know what I'm saying? So, my dog, the ninja. You know what I'm saying? When I get back home in Texas, pull up. You feel me? Pull up. So if you out there in Texas, you in my spot, you know what I mean? I'll be back home mid-April, 15th, all that. And pull up. Let's do a show. Jump in there. I'm a restaurant. I'm gonna tell you, pull up. Don't be on no crazy shit though. Don't be crazy pulling up and being on the weird stuff, but pull up and let's kick it. You know what I'm saying? Have a beer, 024. I'm good. It's all good, baby. So yeah, man. And the smoker, George T, he already owe me a dinner. If you hear this, George, sorry for the cussing, but you said you owe me a dinner, dog. That smoke. I already know the ninja. You already cooking for us, the ninja. You always throwing that food, you chefing it out for us. You know what I'm saying? Smokers, all that. So we gonna kick it. So wherever out in the hometown, baby, I'm gonna be in Dallas Fort Worth. I'm being shit. Where else I'm be in Grand Prairie. Where else I'm gonna be? Shit, I'm gonna be all around. So holla at me, man. Pull up. We're gonna have a good time. You know what I'm saying? Definitely. Yeah, Jim. And I'm telling you, man, like it's really gonna happen. Don't think I'm on some bullshit, y'all. I'm really going this is something I've been thinking about for a long time. I just don't know how to do it yet, but it's in my brain. And as long as it's in your brain, and as long as you have the thought and thinking about it every day, it can eventually form it. So I'm gonna make this happen. Don't know when, but it's gonna happen, and it's gonna be road trips. It's gonna be Big Game James on the road trip. Oh, this Big Game James win the RV. We pulling up in blah blah blah, and let's do it. I'm with my boy. You feel me? That shit gonna be hard. It's gonna be hard. 024, baby. You know it. But shout out to everybody was in the feed, man. Shout out to all my sponsors tonight. Shout out to all the subs. Shout out to all my members in the building. KMT, Boothang, Jim Laws, the Ninja. Shout out to the Hollis Big Dog. I really appreciate you. Jashawn Wembley. So many names is in here today, man. Y'all were great today. So many. What's up, Stelios? I haven't seen you in a while, baby. What's up, Rue Glock? Mendoza, what's up with you, baby? How you doing, man? You know what I'm saying? Young Wilson, you know what I'm saying? Of course, Jim Laws, you always Cowboys Marty, you know what I'm saying? Wink, I appreciate you like no other. JRTs, I don't know if you're talking about me about that. You know what I'm saying? Um, but yeah, man, we're gonna definitely do this, and I really appreciate y'all. Great crowd tonight. Burgers and Blitzes, you know how we do our thing. That's an awesome show with Mike. Just make sure you tune in every Thursday, man, because that's going down. And then make sure you tune in Saturday. Me and Boss Cowboys, our final thoughts. We're gonna talk about the Dak Prescott thing in depth because you know Dak. Boss has those numbers like no other. Matter of fact, he hit me up. He said he has some news for me. So definitely make sure you tuning in for the Boss Cowboys Saturday. Our final thoughts, you know, that's always going to be explosive. You know, he's doing his thing on his own channel, so make sure you go support that. His YouTube, Boss Cowboy Sports. Go support his YouTube channel. Support all my dogs out there. My dog Law Nation, shout out to you, baby. I love you. Keep on supporting Law. Shout out to you, Skywalker Steel. He's doing his thing. He just had a hot interview with my dog Patrick No C Walker and Kavanaugh. That was explosive. You know, he's doing his thing on the ones and twos out there. So just shout out to my guys out there, you know what I'm saying, doing their thing. You feel me? I know y'all might heard some things out there in the air, but you know things just kind of on hold right now. You feel me? It's kind of like you have a R&B group or a rap group like Beatles or something like that. You know, sometimes things just happen. You feel me? Life happens. So right now, just life is happening right now. So it's just more of a chill pattern, a holding pattern type thing. You know, people, you know, till things just kind of, you know, get right with everybody. So it's always, you feel me? The LNH late night hype, always with my dogs. Always showing the love, and you know what I'm saying, it's always going to be there for life. So just like I said, holding patterns right now, but things still going to be explosive. It's going to be explosive draft. We got coming up on the ones and twos. You're really going to like it. I'm gonna keep it on the hush, but I definitely know you're gonna be liking it. It's gonna be explosive like no other. So make sure you tune in to this channel definitely on draft day, because it's going down. I'm just so pissed off that COVID is around. Because if COVID wasn't around, I'll be at that damn draft because it's in here in Ohio. It's in Cleveland, and it's like right down the street from me, 2 hours away. I'll be right in the building there. So hopefully things can happen. Hopefully we can get back to Oxnard. I know they got 100% in Texas. Hopefully we can get back to California. They can open that back up, and we can have training camp back down there because I just talked to my dog Law, and we trying to go back to camp. We had a great camp in 2019, man. We did some really good shows out there. So hopefully, man, that door opens up and we can get back with the floodgates back in camp, because I'll definitely be back in training camp in Cali. If it's in Texas this year, I'm be in Texas. But if it's in Cali for sure, I'm going back to Cali. 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 I'm going back to Cali. No, I don't think so. So, yeah, definitely going back to Cali. If it's back there, we'll be back in Cali doing training camp films, videos like normal. So, no, it is, man. Just get ready. Just keep prepared and keep on supporting and keep on liking, keep on subbing and all that good shit. And keep on let's trying to make this thing great. So appreciate y'all, man. I love y'all. Nothing ever ends, nothing ever dies. It just always grows and multiplies. And that's why it's always going to be here. You feel me? Yeah, delayed night hype, you feel me? But it's still going down. We ain't going nowhere. You know what I'm saying? You got cats like Voltron. You feel me? We still always gonna form like Voltron. But like I said, we just got to take care of some business right now. But main thing is y'all just keep supporting all our channels. Keep on making our channels grow. Keep on you know, showing that love. Keep on going out there, and you know, when you're coming for good Cowboys news, you know where to come. And there's other great ones out there, not just, you know what I'm saying, us. There's a lot of good ones for this good Cowboy stuff out here. So shout outs to everybody out there that's doing this Cowboys thing. But you know, make sure you go out there and support Big Game James and Silver Blue Nation. Keep that voice strong over here. Keep that voice strong over here. So keep on giving that support like no other over here, so we can be great. Feel me? All right. So, you know, without that being said, man, I love y'all. Appreciate the holla, the $2 holla from Eastside Harold. Appreciate you. Um, but get ready for the show Saturday with Boss Cowboys, man. The final thoughts about Dak Prescott and a whole bunch of things. Salutes to y'all. Love y'all for life. Great crowd, man, and have a great night. Be safe. Kiss your loved ones, and you know, I guess that's it. Big Game James. Silver and Blue Nation. Hook 'em horns, baby. Peace.